lo que me dijo mi mamá un día es like, dile a tus amigos que ya vengan a vivir aquí. Porque solo estás contento cuando están ellos. I remember I went for a walk with Ana in the neighborhood and Eddie came to the house, I think, the day of or the day after. And
Day of.
The day of. And she's like, Eduardo, ese es tu ángel de la guarda.
Don't cry.
Because, and I don't think, I've been holding in that comment for like a few weeks. And that comment in general about my mom saying like, solo estás contento cuando están ellos. Yeah. I didn't make friends my first 4 years in college because I didn't try, I didn't want to, and I regret that deeply.
Nah, poor losers. You knows it.
No. And so es una bendición tener la dicha de conocerlos. It's a blessing to have the privilege of knowing all of you. Bienvenidos al Poquito D'Todo. I'm here with...
Eduardo Alfaro, Eddie. Why did you start like that?
Because this is a bilingual podcast and we have to...
Bienvenido. That's not your voice.
That is how I talk all the time.
Okay.
¿Quién sigue?
I'm Donnelly Esteves. And I'm Vicky.
And today we're going to talk about our final, what perhaps was our final semester of college. It was a very difficult 6 months, and we are all glad to be on the other side of it.
Hello from the other side, guys. Yeah, it was...
Hello from the
Cántala,
other side.
I don't think we can... Yeah, never mind. Cut that song because we have to pay YouTube for that. So
no, it was less than 6 seconds.
Oh, then we're good. Yeah,
then we're fine.
Stop it. That's why I stopped it before 6 seconds. Yeah, it was... I think it was all tough semester. Each one of us has different obstacles. Each one of us had our own type of experience, and I think it's fun to talk about it. But who wants to start first?
Do you mind if I go?
I do mind, but you can go.
You're so mean to me. So
I told you today was gonna be on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Usually
I didn't say I wasn't gonna mess around.
Eddie picks on Donnelly, but today he's picking on me because I made fun of him on account of his... So we're all journalism majors. And we, on top of that, were in 2 classes together. We had a senior requirement class called the Senior Project, where we were required to pick a topic where we had to cover an underserved community. We were tasked with writing a, 1,500-word article?
1,500 to 2,000. I don't know.
We had a range. At minimum, I think it was 1,500 words. We also had to create a 10-minute audio podcast and a 5-minute video, as well as a resume detailing the work that we had not just completed in the last 6 months, but throughout our college careers. We had
also a website that
Yes.
showed
A portfolio.
a portfolio that showed all our stuff. So that was fun.
Yeah, I think the work
Very
wasn't...
stressful.
It was stressful. I enjoyed being there with y'all, with my classmates. And on top of that, we had an elective where the 4 of us made a little newscast. We ended up creating 4 really good little... They were like digital broadcasts between 10 and 15 minutes long, covering topics like day laborers, postpartum depression, the work done to maintain the athletic fields.
Yeah, we
at
got to
our
be
university.
reporters and anchors in that class, and it was a class of 4, only us 4.
Boy, that was hard to start a newscast or like a mini news series or anything, docuseries, whatever it was. It was hard to start it off from scratch. It was
Especially
especially when we like had no experience on doing
Mm-hmm.
any of it. So it was very, very, very stressful.
We had a half day of anchor camp experience.
A little bit.
That's it.
A little bit.
Other than that, we had no experience because we don't really have a broadcast at our school. So, but I'm glad we did it. It was.
I'm actually proud of that because, like, it like I said earlier, like it was like something off scratch, and like nobody is gonna be like, well, I started something not knowing what I was getting myself into. And yes, we did 3 full episodes compared to the 6 we were supposed to do, but we did something, and it's not like a lot of people can't say that. You know, we had a lot of people that wanted to join us, and they ended up like backing out at the end because they had other stuff going on. And we did that even when we had internships, even when we had the senior project. Me and JP had the bulletin, so it was an extra load as well. And then
Somebody told you guys not to take that class.
That was the school newspaper where we are required to put out an edition every
Hey,
2
I never
weeks.
put out in that class.
And write a
No
lot.
seas incróspido, la madre que lo. You were saying, Dana? Lee?
That's where you write a lot, like in the bulletin. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of making sure you proofread everything right.
Yeah, because we
Um,
took that class, all of us, this semester before, so we knew it took a long time. So I encourage you guys not to take it our final semester because we knew we had already had other stuff that were going to be taking a lot of
We
time.
didn't
But you
listen.
¿Y qué
guys didn't
pasó?
listen.
Los dos lo tomaron.
Yeah.
Pero
We
nosotros
didn't
no.
listen.
Nah, it was okay. I mean, I still had a lot of stuff, but definitely not have to worry about that. And the shout out to our professor. He's cool.
Adam.
Amex.
I don't know if we can say his name as well as.
We're not saying anything
Oh,
bad.
Okay,
You
no,
can say his
I
name.
know, but still, you gotta get okay. He said, yeah. But yeah, it's luchador, Adam X.
Big fan of wrestling.
But yeah, so go ahead and talk about your experience.
So I didn't think, to Danelli and Eduardo's point, that I would struggle too much this semester because I
El niño no quiso hacer caso.
I was-
que diga niño.
I was prepared.
Eres hombre.
I was going to
Show the mustache you got.
¿Cuál?
exactly.
Yeah.
Almost as big as yours.
Oh,
no!
Hey, yo me quité el mío, güey.
Yeah,
¿eh?
you don't have it. You can't. Yeah.
Hey, they're gonna
Shoot.
fight you.
Yeah, they probably will. So I didn't think I was going to have trouble managing the workload this past semester because I remember I told my parents, like, voy a dejar el trabajo. I was working as a cashier at Target and I liked my job. I was getting along well with my coworkers.
Not Target.
Yes, but I wanted to, really dedicate as much time as I could to my semester, given those senior requirement courses that we had, given the 120 hours that we had to deliver for our internship, and given the work that we had at the bulletin. Everything was going according to plan. I was enjoying my last week of work, not having to go to school. And I even wanted to get some extra days because I knew that on the 23rd of December, I was going to be done. That was my last day. I sent in my little resignation thing. Now it's digital. You don't have to, do a handwritten 2 weeks notice or
That's how they
anything.
I thought you had to actually write it.
No. It was just you go online and you pick a date that you want to have be your last day and you leave it at that. I think it was a Thursday. I went in during the afternoon. I had lunch at 8:30. I ate a bunch of waffles with a bunch of syrup that I bought at the store, which I regret.
Lunch at 8:30 a.m.?
No, PM.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh.
I started
So
my day
dinner.
at like 4.
So
It was dinner.
Okay.
But yeah, but
Dinner
because
says
it's my lunch.
breakfast porque se comió unos waffles.
I called it my
We
lunch
can
break.
have breakfast for dinner. People do it.
¿Neta?
Yeah. I called it my lunch because it was my lunch
I-
break
Do you?
at work.
Oh, okay.
So I ate a bunch of waffles and then I went home late. I got home probably at like 11:30. But it was a normal day. Y luego que me levanto a las 2:30 de la mañana.
¿Es
que
que
okay.
noté?
What? What did you
¿También
notice?
verdes los ojos con esa camiseta?
I was thinking the same
Right,
thing.
he looked at me
but
right
I was
now.
like,
And I'm like,
but
those are green
You
ass
guys are
eyes.
staring at him like that?
well, I'm
I'm
paying
listening to
attention.
because some of us are paying attention.
Hey.
He turned this when he was looking, and because of the green jersey, I think me and her were like, God damn, the fucking eyes are popping. Están
Yeah,
verdes.
suele pasar con el verde y con el azul.
Hoy sí se puso la verde.
Yeah.
Y está soltero, vieja, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, go.
Don't let
Márquenme
that
cuando
pink fool
quieran.
you.
Como
Yeah.
quieran.
Si quieren alguien de ojos verdes. Hoy?
And so so that day, Thursday, the 21st of December, the longest night of the year, I ate a bunch of waffles, treated it like a normal day. I got home, went to sleep, fine, like any other day. And then at around 2:30 in the morning, I woke up and I thought I had nausea. Like, pensé que me iba a vomitar. I thought, I feel sick. So I went to the bathroom and it didn't throw up. And then my heart started beating really fast and it wouldn't slow down. And I remember I went and I sat up in bed. I thought, what's going on? Why is my heart beating really fast? This is weird. And it kept beating really fast. Y me entró el miedo y el pánico. I was scared. Like, what the fuck happened? So I called 911 for the first time in my life. I fortunately have never done that since. Actually, no, that's not true. I hadn't done that
We don't need to
up
sound
until that
effects.
point. And so I called 911 and I remember one of the things I remember vividly is they asked me how old I was. And I was like, I'm 24. And so
Ya soy hombre.
I figure like if I told them I was 90 and I was having like heart palpitations, they'd send the ambulance faster. So the paramedics arrived and I felt a little better and they took my pulse. They had a little device that they put on my finger to measure my blood pressure. And they're like, well, you're fine. If we take you to the hospital on a stretcher, it's going to take longer for you to be seen. So either you should drive yourself to the emergency room or you should wait for an urgent care to open up in the morning. So I decided, okay, I was going to drive myself to the emergency room. En eso sale mi abuelita, su cuarto. My grandma walks out of her bedroom and she knew something was happening, but she doesn't speak English. So she didn't fully understand
What
what
gave
was
it
going
away?
on.
All the paramedics and firefighters. Yeah.
But she didn't walk out of the bedroom until they left.
Oh, okay.
So what I think happened is that she saw the red and blue
JP
lights through her
decided to
window.
wake everyone up in his house. That's
Because
what
I
he
thought I was
decided
dying.
to do.
Yeah.
How selfish of him.
I know.
Right?
And so I told her like, oye, no me siento bien, me está palpitando muy fuerte el corazón, voy a ir al hospital. And then she me dice like, you should tell your parents. You shouldn't just leave unannounced. And I didn't want to because I felt weird. I felt uncomfortable. And I thought, no, I'm just going to go. But then I thought better of it. And I figured, okay, I don't think it's a good idea for my parents to find out after the fact that I'm in the hospital. So I went upstairs and I remember I said like, in this tone of voice, disculpe. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't yell. When I told Eddie this story, he was kind of surprised. He's like, weird. Like you felt so uncomfortable, like you were having some sort of heart issue and you didn't.
But you still have the manners to like.
I didn't want to scare them.
Disculpe.
And then I said, con permiso, a second time, a little bit louder. En eso que le explico a mi papá, like, hey, I'm having these symptoms. And I begged him, I'm like, por favor, llévame al hospital. And my dad's like, no. He's a therapist, and I think he recognized that I was having a panic attack. And I still begged him. I'm like, por favor, eso de que me dices que no me vas a llevar al hospital me causa más angustia. Por favor, llévame al hospital. You guys are laughing because that's how I speak.
No, we're
my
laughing
parents.
because your dad's
He just peeking. Oh,
Just peeking out the window.
we're at my
like,
parents' house. Thank you to my parents for hosting us.
I think your dad wanted to be like, yeah, I am. I told you not to.
I told you not to go to the hospital. So we didn't go to the hospital. We went to the living room, and my dad just sat with me for like 3 hours, and I just breathed in slowly through my nose and slowly out through my mouth until I calmed down. I even went to work that day because I felt fine. I watched a YouTube video on my bed like this, bien quitado de la pena. But 15 minutes after my shift started at work, this was like at 10:15 a.m., I felt the same like feeling of panic in my body and my heart was beating really fast. And once again, I went to the bathroom because I thought maybe it's just a digestive problem. But no, I still felt scared. And I let my manager know like, hey, I had a panic attack last night. I don't feel good. I need to go home. So she's like, okay, go home. So I went home and, ever since I've had more acute issues. Con mi ansiedad, I was medicated for a month. I didn't want to drive to school. Danelli, thank you. She would drive me to and from school.
So all this happened. So how did that affect this semester for you?
There were times when I couldn't, that's not true that I couldn't sit still. I would try to sit still at the computer to work and I would feel physically uncomfortable. It's hard to explain it, but like I felt in the early days of the anxiety when I wasn't so tired, I would walk like 3 times a day because it was one of the few things that would help sort of regulate my emotions. And so imagine you try to sit down and in no more than 5 minutes, like you feel like you need to get up and move. You can't do homework like that. And I was simply scared that like, I don't know, even though what happened to me was a panic attack and I recognize that now, I don't know. I felt like any moment now I was going to die. On Christmas Eve, I went to the hospital because I had the same symptoms of palpitations. I was home alone that time, and I didn't wait for my parents to come home from church. So that time when I called 911, because it was the second time that I had the symptoms in like 3 days. Yeah, because that was the 24th of December. The first time I called 911 was the 22nd. Then they took me to the hospital. They just gave me an anxiety medication, did a blood test, and they're like, "You're fine. Probably just anxiety. Take it easy." I was scared. Like, it's not, I hope you never go through this, and I hope you haven't ever been through this. It's not fun to be convinced that like any moment now, you could die. And it's not rational, and it wasn't rational then, and it's not rational for me to think that now. But it's hard when you're in that mode of like, something terrible is going to happen to me. And so, yeah, like I would have nightmares almost every night. There would be times when I'd wake up like puffing and puffing with my heart beating fast. Then that might have happened like 3 times or 4 times in the middle of the night. It was bad. And even going to sleep was hard because I'd be sitting up in bed trying to take deep breaths and my heart would be racing. So these days I can fall asleep easily. I'm not on any medication anymore. There are still some weird, like there's now, I think I was telling Danelli once when we were at Chili's, like I'm in pain. like physical pain. Like I remember I told you like, oh, I feel like a stabbing pain here, but it's gonna go away in a few seconds. And I remember you told me like you were concerned. You're like, that's not normal. And I think I was like, yeah, it's not. Or at the very least, I didn't used to experience that kind of pain. To close this, I would have given up on the semester if it wasn't for you guys. There were a lot of days.
Talking about you.
No, los tres.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Eduardo,
people
Vicky,
listening, watching.
and Danali. No, not the audience.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. You weren't there.
I thought you were giving a shout out to the audience. I'm like, yeah.
No, I would have given up on the semester if it wasn't for all of you. Porque no tenía ganas de ir. There were times when I would wake up like feeling super lightheaded and super dizzy and really uncomfortable and really tired and really afraid. But I never felt alone because of the three of you. Because Danali would take me to school and Eddie would be there and Vicky would be there. And there would even be days I'd hang out a little bit after class. I'd feel more comfortable, after sitting there for an hour and 15 minutes and realizing that, oh, you know what, I'm fine. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah. We would definitely not ignore you and go get churros and horchata. Like, we would hang out with you afterwards.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that story. I think that, I don't think I was,
But you weren't by yourself.
I would be.
You were with one of the classmates, that's why. But
Yeah.
we were going to go back to the
Como que
car
la
to
quería
leave.
besar, ¿no? Quería besarla.
No, esa no.
¿No?
It wasn't now. It was Michelle.
Por eso.
Anyway.
Pues se metió
No,
al carro
sí,
con ella.
Ah, pero tampoco. Nomás porque te metes en el carro con una persona, no sabes besar.
No, pues no.
No, Michelle and I are friends. It's not like
Yo
that.
me meto en un carro con un chingo de gente y no los beso. They're Uber drivers.
Good.
Anyways. And Lyft. Anyways, yeah. But no, I mean, for us, I mean, you're our friend. It was, we were happy. We wanted you to graduate with us. We're happy you did it. We're happy you finished off. And you're getting better and better, and you're going to kick the crap out of all this. So, échale muchacha.
Poquitos.
La
So,
perdida regresó.
La
Sorry.
perdida
She's
ya
back.
llegó.
We're happy to have you back. In the
Hey.
Look at our face, so happy.
You
are
know you are
happy.
100% happy to see me here.
You're not even making fun of her like that today.
I'm
¿Ya
¿Ya
not.
ves?
It's not
Porque me
her turn
extrañaron.
today.
Me
Yeah,
extrañaron.
I didn't even do the whole mustache joke. That was somebody. I thought it was going to be me.
That was good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I'm gonna tell my boyfriend to square up on you. Anyways, my year of being a senior at, can I say the score or no?
I'm sorry.
We've talked about
We've talked about it
this.
before.
It's
Okay.
not our senior. It's literally our last semester.
Well,
Sorry.
We don't want to hear
just
the
last
whole year.
semester?
Yeah, just-
Yes.
I like my first semester more than
No,
this.
we're not talking about. It's only our stressful last semester.
Okay, well, the last
You can
semester.
do your own separately.
Ah, qué codo este.
Your own podcast.
You just talk about the first
Rude.
semester.
All right. Well, my last semester at Dominguez, I don't remember much. I think I was super stressed. I remember I was stressed, but I was stressed because we had to do like 4 episodes for the voices, and
For our little news.
it was
thing
a
that we
lot
did.
for 4 of us. It was a lot because it was the first time that we did something like that, and I feel like it was even more pressured because the what was it, the day before we had to turn in the script, like it was more stressful because I didn't know, like, mira. I didn't know what to write for my part because I didn't have my footage out. So I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about? So I feel like that was stressful, and I feel like what was better is to have the footage first because all of us,
To be honest, none of us really ever had the footage first. It was,
We didn't.
because we recorded first. So
and
it was.
that was stressful.
We had to write a script on what we knew we were gonna
Do our
What we
do a
story.
thought.
story on,
Yeah.
and hope to get that.
Yeah.
That
and
was the
none
goal.
of us had it before. And
No, so it
that's
was-
the stressful part. That we were like, well, how are we gonna do it? And then I feel like, yeah, the mentors were good on helping us out, but it was tough. The good thing that me and Eddie didn't take the bulletin class the last semester because we saw how JP and Vicky were, and it was stressful.
I'm glad you
También.
didn't take a job either. Good job there. I'm glad you quit your tortilla job.
No,
She
ya no
wouldn't
me dieron.
Oh,
No,
it was,
she got
it was for
fired.
your own good.
How
So
did
you have
get
more time for
fired on
school.
your day off.
They found that all the burnt tortillas she was hiding.
Actually, yo no quemé ninguna tortilla, eh? But yeah, I feel like it was stressful doing voices, and then ¿qué más hicimos?
Voices was the name of our newscast project.
Yeah. We give voice to the
And then you had that
voiceless.
internship where you were going from here to Buena Park or from like,
I don't
from where
think that one was bad because like I just drove and I went, like I did the stuff the day of, but I feel like voices was more like hectic, like damn, like I have to do this. What am I gonna record? Who am I gonna interview? Like that was my more priority, and like who am I gonna get?
But you also
Recording
had
it.
the fellowship
Yeah.
for the senior project.
You're right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. The
Mhm.
fellowship.
what
the
did
fellow-
you do for that?
So the fellowship, it was a video that was 5 minutes long, right? What was it, 10 or 5?
It was part of the senior
10.
project, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but how
But
we talked about it earlier. But you guys got chosen.
yeah, me
And-
and Vicky did the fellowship
Yeah.
for that. And we had to present the last week, right? Or last 2 weeks in front of our classmates. And
The last 2 weeks of April. There,
Yeah.
Vicky and Danali had the same projects that Eduardo and I had, but they had earlier deadlines because
nomás
they
que
were
nos pagaron también.
chosen.
Oh yeah, and you got
scholarship.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But-
got nothing.
But it was okay, so it was a video, it was a podcast and an article
Yeah, senior project.
and yeah, the senior project. But oh my god, that day, the day of that we had to turn it in, me and Vicky were so stressed. We literally went to campus 11 a.m. or 10, I think it was 10 a.m.
Yeah,
and
that's
we
fine.
met up 2 days 2 days straight helping each other out and then having the website like all fixed up. We were stressed. I was stressed.
I
Were you
remember
stressed?
I remember we finished our video like literally like a few minutes before having to present.
We had to turn it in at 4:30. We literally were in the office of Dr. Berkey's office, literally stressing, trying to upload it, and I had 4% on my computer. And I was like, oh my god, I have like no charge.
You guys were stressed.
And I had to
Vicky's
go to
hair
the
was
hallway.
black before that day.
Yeah, he like,
Look at that stress. Yeah, it's not blonde. It's-
Canas de oro.
She's got a little stress. These are stress.
She's like Miguel Aceves
Stress
Mejia.
marks. But if you guys would have talked to me, I would have told you because I was in charge of the event where you guys were going to present that it was going to be a little bit. You guys didn't need the whole 5 minutes.
No, Berkey told us he wanted the whole thing done,
He wasn't.
right?
He wasn't in charge
but,
of the
no,
presentation.
but he
He
told us the whole
wanted
thing.
us.
But imagine we're stressed,
I
and
was the
then
boss.
some students went where we were editing our videos, and they were blasting music. Do you remember that?
Mhm.
They were blasting
Rude.
music, playing skateboards, and then we're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Oh, we
playing
got free Subway
skateboards.
too. Remember that?
Oh yeah, we got
Free Subway, free cookies.
Shout out to Subway.
Shout out to the school that
Actually,
gave us the
nah.
leftover subways.
La señora. And
Bread was green.
I remember me and Vicky were stressing about it, and then we were like, all right, like, oh yeah, that was 2 days. Was it 2 days or 3 days? 2, right? Yeah, it was 2 days. We were stressed for the fellowship, and then I remember I was nervous to go up and present on the fellowship as well, but it went good.
You did amazing.
I was.
you did
No
a
me
good
acuerdo
job.
cómo le hice.
I wasn't there, but I heard you did.
You did good.
Yes,
What do you mean? You were there.
You were sitting in the front row.
You were hosting it.
Yeah, but I wasn't there. I was actually in the parking lot.
Oh, you're with.
Oh, you were-
Yeah, I
yeah,
was not
getting,
there.
yeah,
Picking
yeah, you're getting
But
picked
as
up.
you could tell, you guys didn't even know. So you probably believe me when I say you were amazing. I wasn't there. I don't know.
No,
But I'm sure
I
you
don't
did good. I'm sure you
remember
did good.
anything. I don't remember when I presented. All I remember was me being nervous and I wasn't looking at anybody. I was like, who would I look
You
at?
had a moment where you're out of your own body and watching yourself.
Yeah,
present.
yeah, that's how I felt, literally.
You're like, my hair looks nice.
Yeah, pero en ese día.
I know. Huh?
No lo hacía.
Like I look good.
Sheesh, who's that? Me.
La
Right.
perdida.
All right, how was it for you though?
I think I'll go last.
With me, it's like, where do I even start? Because it was a really tough semester. Having to take in full-time classes, a full-time job, an internship, being the editor-in-chief of the Bulletin, the school newspaper, and the fellowship. I didn't even know how I even survived. But, and then on top of that was like a GE class that I was taking too. So I remember like in meetings that we would have for SISJ, because that also was a little like included in everything that we had going on.
I don't know if have
So-
you talked about SISJ?
No, I don't think we've ever talked about. So we are also part of the club on campus where we were part of the campus club, Society of Independent Student Journalists. Eddie was president, I was vice president, and JP was treasurer. And
I didn't do a damn thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Donna was
I just
social
emailed
media.
Morelia one time
would-
to ask her
Okay.
about how much money we
Hold on.
had. And
I actually made a joke about that last time, but then I remembered you did. So you found out we had $21 that we can
29.
spend. Or
29.
Sorry, we never spend it. And you also got us a tour of Univision, so you did do. So
Yeah.
okay, that's true.
What did you
I
do?
posted one thing. No me acuerdo de qué, pero subí algo.
Okay, so
I think-
you're a social media
Una foto
manager.
en tanga?
And,
No.
and it said, join our meeting on the budgets.
No.
On the
No.
budget.
We would have had more people at the meeting if we would have put that.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but not like that though. We don't want to
Okay,
market ourselves
so-
like that.
Back to
So I feel like okay, so we did SISJ together, we did voices together, and then somehow you guys were involved in the bulletin. One like you were in the conversations when me and JP would talk about the bulletin, and then we had the senior project, and then we had a pause on our podcast, huh? And then what else did we do? But anyway, so like to me, it was very stressful because
Thinking about our 7 viewers. What,
I
what were they
know.
watching during that time?
nothing was even posted.
Pobrecitos. I know, they
Until
haven't watched anything. They were waiting. They were waiting for the Christmas specials 7 months later. Anyways.
For real. So I feel like one, yes, I should have listened not to take the bulletin, but at the same time, it's an experience that I've got to do, and like I wouldn't. My semester, I don't regret it. I don't regret the choices that I did. I don't regret having to be an editor in chief. I don't regret the internship. I mean, the internship itself was a lot stressful because like Eddie and I were having this. We did the same internship, but with me was like because I already have a set schedule with work that sometimes I would get really good opportunities to go cover an event, and I had to switch my whole entire schedule around. And sometimes it was like I couldn't ask for the day off, or I couldn't have the day off, so then I wouldn't have to do like I wouldn't do that particular event, and I would have to pick something else. It was kind of hard to like fit everything in my schedule. The consequences of that was that I failed the class, my GE class. I failed it at the end, and it was like
Her diploma said, "See you in summer school."
yes. Hence the reason why I'm in summer classes right now. Actually, it turns out pretty good because my class is amazing.
Which one are you taking?
I have no idea what it is. Something Chicano, something.
Oh.
Oh, it
Chicano
sounds
studies.
amazing. It sounds amazing.
Think about it.
What are you taking?
I only
My class is
have
amazing.
to
What are you
do
taking?
Chicano.
I don't
a
know,
group
something.
presentation. I only do a group presentation.
You're saying it's amazing because it's not a lot of work?
and a final essay, and that's it.
Is that what you're saying? It's
Yes.
amazing. Oh, okay. I thought when you said it's amazing, it's like,
Like-
oh my god, it's a cool class. I'm
Uh,
learning
well,
this and that and that.
Well,
and
it's a cool class because it talks
'Cause
about
it's not a lot of
immigration,
work.
but
I
it's
thought,
also not a lot of work.
I thought she meant it was amazing because it's boring. That's what I thought.
You thought I was being
Who's this
sarcastic.
amazing or boring?
I mean,
Oh,
the,
she was being sarcastic.
sarcastic.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I
okay.
thought. I
I'm
thought she
kinda
was doing her
confused. Okay.
sarcasm out. Yeah.
No, it's just less work. Like I literally have to read a book and watch some like videos, and we did a presentation already, and then now we have to do a final essay that's due next week,
That's not bad.
and that's it.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Man. You finish next week or when?
Then you get
Nice.
your degree.
And then
Have
I
you
get
guys
my
gotten
degree.
Have you guys gotten your diploma?
No, my mom
I
asked me
got it
about
already
that
2
today.
weeks ago.
Really?
Nah, it takes a long time, guys.
No,
That's-
some
Oh,
girl.
takes-
She posted it. She got it 2 days ago.
Really?
So we might get it
Who?
in the mail. Some
Say the
girl.
name.
You know the girl?
Yeah, I know. I know her because I had a class with her like 4 years ago. Some girl named Jenny.
Rivera?
No sé. No me sé su apellido.
Jenny.
Rivera está muerta, mijo.
It's equivocado.
But
No,
did she
You-
I was
graduate?
thinking
no,
of I was thinking of the girl. That's why.
Lopez?
I don't know her last name.
Martinez?
No sé, güey.
Soto?
Sánchez?
No.
Aguilar?
Ramirez?
Hernández?
Joe.
Two.
It's Joe.
Joe
Mama.
Mama?
Joe Mama. It's Joe Mama. Joe Mama.
No, we got you first.
Yeah, we got
It's
you.
on tape.
Joe
It's
Mama.
on
Yeah, we
tape.
got you.
On everything, it's
And
on
at the same
tape.
time, we got you. Double.
But no,
Whoopah.
to Eddie's point,
Red.
yeah, se tardan en darnos el
Yeah, I think it's gonna take
documento.
a bit. Ya tengo mi frame y todo.
Where did he get it?
Me lo dieron as a gift.
Oh,
It's
nice.
pretty cool.
180 bucks.
Nah, I didn't buy that. It was like I think they bought it at Ross. Shout out to Ross.
Oh, they have really nice ones.
Yeah, just
Do
for
they?
less. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has for the diploma, and then it has for the tassel, and then it has pictures. But too.
And then they have
That's
the
the one I
one where
got.
you can
Oh.
put your hat, your cap.
Oh, también.
too.
They uploaded our pictures that they took of us on the day of the graduation, the ceremony.
They put new ones.
Yeah, it's on your email. Your email.
the new one.
You checked your email?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I do.
Oh, all of a sudden now
Oh.
you're at a school, and every time we're like, "Hey, did you see the email? When?
What
Where?
email?
Who sent it?" I was
No,
like,
I
"She's
do.
she's out of school. Yeah, check my email now. I got more time."
I feel like it was very hard to maintain like to manage my time with like everything I had going on. But we survived. I survived. Everybody survived. And yes, I am in summer school right now, and I would get my diploma a little later than usual.
I
That's cool.
remember. I just remember now. I wanted to drop out the 2 weeks that
Oh,
we
yeah.
started semester.
Voices. You
Yeah, I
were
was
ready to
like-
drop out in the first
Because I
episode.
had a feeling, I was like, I don't know if we can do this. So, and I told you, you're the first one I told Eddie.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
and I talked to the group, and I'm like, "Yeah, we gotta pick her up because she wants to get out. we
Oh,
gotta
you
force her to
spoke to
stay."
them?
Yeah, I didn't tell you,
Yeah,
but I
was
told
like,
him we gotta talk to you so we can help you. So
yeah,
we
I was
can.
like, I don't know if I want to do this. And I was literally so close to dropping out.
I'm like, we need her.
Of one
Three
class,
people.
Chico. She wasn't going to drop out
Yeah,
of school.
just-
She
just
just
a
wanted to
class.
stop that
Just
that
waste of
newscast class.
I was
Yeah,
already
she would have told me
thinking-
she was dropping out of the class. The school, I would have told her yes, but one class I told her no. We're gonna do the whole way.
No.
All right, so
For 4 years, gotta finish it.
guess it's my turn. Ya hablamos con los de no trabajo. Acá sí tienen trabajo acá.
Vicky was working too.
That's what I said. Ya pensamos con los de no trabajar y ahora terminamos con los que sí trabajaron.
Mhm.
So for me, it was
Yo trabajo. Cocino en mi casa, limpio la casa.
Hace tortillas.
Ya no hago tortillas.
she made chicken yesterday.
I mean,
It was
chicken-
good.
We had it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was good.
Somebody said it
I
was
liked
very dry though.
Oh yeah, he was giving like all his ratings.
He's like, ¿está seco?
No está seco.
No. Está seco.
No.
Tiene sabor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's because
mate,
with
Juan
chicken
Pablo
breast,
Ramsey.
it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. In all
You never
seriousness.
want any dry breast, no.
Thank
Anyways,
you. Anyways, go.
it's a bank. So I had a full-time job. Had the same class with you guys. There's 2 classes of doing the voices show and senior project. Had the same internship as you. And this internship, it wasn't like at home. It was going out to the actual events. So we would have to go to the USC basketball game, the Dodger Fan Fest, and actually be there. So drive over there. So it was more time. And then he wanted his stuff written like the day or the day after. Like you got to be on it, which is, I mean, technically what you're supposed to do it. But for all the stuff we had, it was a little harder. And then what else did I have? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I was getting married.
How can you forget the most important thing?
It didn't. I was messing with you, so it actually happened. Yeah.
So now you're gonna see a ring on Eddie's finger.
Yeah. So if you pay attention, something on my finger now. But yeah. So it was also planning a wedding, which is kind of stressful. I mean, I think we did pretty good where we tried not to stress out. But then there's also issues with family, people not getting invited, people not wanting to go. So that gives more stress. And just overall, everything was just trying to figure everything out. And
Le
also,
salieron más canas a Eddie porque estaba bien
I
estresado.
did. I started losing
Woo!
hair. I have some new gray hairs. Yeah, it was a crazy semester just because of trying to figure out. Plus, editing. I didn't know how to edit videos.
No, we all learned,
Well, Vicky knew, VP
Yeah.
knew,
but
me
we
and you
didn't.
didn't know. So it was harder for me too, or for us, because we had no idea what we were doing. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to figure out how to record all this footage, and get all these interviews, and then try to put it together. So that also took time. Writing all the articles for the internship. I chose for the misrepresented communities, I chose day laborers. So having to go to Home Depots and stuff like that, or day labor resource centers, to go out there to interview people, to talk to people. And we actually went together one time and talked to people, and not everybody of them wanted to talk to us. So it was a little harder to try to get the interviews
Yeah.
because, of course, they're not comfortable. We don't know what we're doing out there.
Remember that guy that was like, "You can't record here."
Yeah, we
And
can actually.
we-
We could put the.
We can add
The
the clip.
clip.
We
Yeah,
can
we
add the
put that
clip,
clip.
and the
Yeah,
guy
you guys wanna-
approached us and
yeah,
you can't record.
And somebody was
we
all
didn't know what to
scared.
do.
So I was whatever. I was like,
I mean, imagine it's just guys and one girl.
yeah, but what?
¿Te
You know, one
imaginas
of the
lo,
guys.
lo peor?
But it's cool. We had our getaway driver in the car, JP.
Sleeping.
That day,
and then my car was beeping because he
He got out of the
he
car.
chose to open the
No,
door.
that-
But he there was a
Remember?
reason why he got out of the
Tenía
car.
que miar, ¿no?
no, I felt
it was
really
good.
uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
felt like I was gonna pass out.
Oh yeah, I remember
Which is
that.
part of what was going
And
on. But
so the doors were locked, and so that when I opened them, I felt embarrassed because
The
I
car was
walked out of the car,
blasting.
out of the passenger side, woo, woo, and it's all
you got all these day laborers looking like, that guy's trying to steal the car. What's going on?
And I'm like, my car.
Yeah, we have this other guy. We're interviewing a guy who gave us permission, and we're not recording his face because we told him, like, out of respect, if you don't want anything, we're recording down. Some other guy comes by and he starts telling us we can't record. It doesn't matter if we have, he told us yes, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it was a little kind of crazy, but I was kind of calm because the guy was kind of calming him. I was letting the other guy talk to him anyways because he knew him. But yeah, Dana's face was a little more worried. I kind of was like, that's gonna happen. I mean, we
Yeah,
can
and
just
then I
turn it
stopped-
off if anything.
And I stopped recording and I looked at
Yeah.
you and I'm like, Eddie, what do I do?
And I'm like, nothing. I'm like, this guy gave us permission. Like, we're not talking to him. So, but yeah, so it was just overall just pretty difficult. Just trying to plan the wedding, making sure I had enough time for school, making sure I got good grades because that's something I like for some reason. Graduated with honors. Anyways, but
Let's go.
yeah, it was something else, and then still spending time with my wife, trying to give her time to just not ignore her. So that's also another thing. Like, I can't just be ignoring all these months, even though she knows I'm graduating and I need to do all this. But she's very supportive, so that was awesome that she understood. So we still got our some time in there, and then we all flew out to Mexico. Like, oh yeah, because I got married in Mexico. post a cool picture
Mhm.
right here.
Your wedding was gorgeous.
We'll put the firework picture right here. Anyways, yeah, I got married in Mexico, so we went like probably 3 times during that semester to Mexico. So that was another thing, like traveling and trying to not miss out on whatever work we're doing. So, but yeah, it was definitely. I always thought the last semester was gonna be the easiest. I thought it'd
We
be-
all thought that.
and it
Yeah.
was definitely my most hardest freaking semester that I had.
I actually had planned to be like, oh, I'm gonna do these classes because it's gonna be the easiest thing for me. Boy, I was
Nah.
wrong.
I think we all knew when we took that class of voices that it was gonna be
Mm-hmm.
tougher.
Yeah.
But we wanted it because we wanted to get that experience and we wanted to push ourselves.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of everybody. I'm gonna have a very, what is it, like a very cute moment right here. No, I'm actually very proud of you guys. Proud of the ones that didn't know.
So we can zoom in.
I know.
Zoom
I'm proud of the ones that didn't know how to edit, that learned how to edit, and
on
I'm
their mom's phone.
on their iPads,
On their mom's phone.
on their mom's phone, their sister's phone, somebody else's iPad.
You edited on your mom's phone?
I thought it was you.
You did.
That wasn't me.
I thought you
that
said,
was your
Oh,
sister.
wait.
You
did.
edited on
Yeah,
Jamie's
it
phone,
was.
on your sister's phone,
I
and
like
on the
how it's you
iPad.
and you're like, oh my God. Ooh.
I forgot about that.
And you took my
You're
iPad
right.
You can
too.
tell I
You're
pay,
right,
You can
you're
tell I
right.
listen to you. Huh? Because you pay
Yeah.
attention to your stuff.
Yeah, tú sí me haces caso.
Yeah. And you don't even pay attention to your own self.
I forgot. I remember that day I had to pick up someone from the airport. My cousin from Chicago, I think.
Every week.
And
Which one?
you guys didn't
Every
even
week.
hear.
Come on, wrap it up because
Okay, I'm sorry.
Low
Okay,
battery.
let's go. Sorry.
So yeah, and then I'm also happy that we were able to walk together. Obviously not together
was
holding
fun.
hands, but we did, and we sat together throughout the ceremony.
Put a
and
couple little videos.
yeah,
cool
and
videos.
so yeah, I'm very happy we did this journey together. Yay!
Yeah. I'm proud of you guys as the elder man. See you guys as younger siblings. And I'm proud of each one of you guys. Like, you guys kicked butt. And yeah, we all maybe at one point or another thought about like, maybe I don't want to do this
Mm-hmm.
during the semester, but we didn't stop.
We did
know,
it. We have
you
the
know.
best crew.
You know, we had our times. You had work and all everything, and you continued to kick butt. You had, all your stuff, family all over time. And I know you were
Literally.
struggling with editing and things, and you were scared, but you passed. You did it. You had your, your health that you worried about, but you believed in us and you trusted us and you kept going and you kept fighting, and you did it. You passed. And we're proud of you.
We did it.
We did
Finally.
it, guys.
Ahora a buscar trabajo.
Anybody's hiring.
Hire me.
I mean, I still got a job, but I still want a new one.
Right. We want to get in the field sometime soon. I wanted to share something that my mom has said to me about y'all, and she made a specific comment about Eddie in particular that I think that you should hear. Lo que me dijo mi mamá un día is like, dile a tus amigos que ya vengan a vivir aquí. Porque solo estás contento cuando están ellos. And that's not entirely true, but I have noticed que cuando estoy con ustedes, it seems like, and it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not. Like the physical pain sometimes seems to go away. Like I was telling Danelli once where I felt like a stabbing pain in my rib cage, or I feel like dull aches. Like today I took a nap and when I woke up, like my arms were sore. Well, not when I woke up, but when I was done with my nap, my hands felt sore, my arms felt sore. It's weird what's going on right now. The dull aches and the sharp pains. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I'm just stressed out. And then one of the other things that my mom said about Eddie in particular, because, you showed up to the house in June when I had a panic attack at the airport. And you and Dana were able to show up. I know, Vicky, you were really busy, so I don't blame you. I remember I went for a walk with Dana in the neighborhood, and Eddie came to the house, I think, the day of or the day after. And
Day of.
The day of. And she's like, Eduardo, ese es tu ángel de la guarda.
Don't cry.
Because, and I don't think, I've been holding in that comment for like a few weeks. And that comment in general about my mom saying like, solo estás contento cuando están ellos. Yeah. I didn't make friends my first 4 years in college because I didn't try, I didn't want to, and I regret that deeply.
Nah, poor losers. You knows it.
No. And so es una bendición tener la dicha de conocerlos. It's a blessing to have the privilege of knowing all of you knowing that whatever happens, I can count on you for anything, and I won't get tired of saying that. If it wasn't for each and every one of you, I would have quit on the semester. I would have stayed home. I wouldn't have gone to school. I would have given up. It's not a testament to my will that I kept going. It's a testament to all of your character, that you were there for me, with honesty and love and dignity and respect. And so I won't forget that for as long as I live. So thank you for being a part of my life, Danali, Vicky, Eduardo.
Llegó el zorrillo.
There's a skunk. Oh my god.
Record that, John.
There's a skunk. I have to run.
You
I
need to
have to
record
run.
that shit.
Oh my god.
La madre, ¿dónde está?
I've never seen
He
a
went
skunk
in
in my life. Oh my god. It's so cute because it's tiny.
It's
you can't
cute,
see it
but
on
his
the
braces
screen.
is not cute.
I know.
It's underneath the Weber.
Don't scare it. Don't scare it.
Oh my god.
Thank you for listening to the 5th and 6th episode, maybe final if the skunk kills, episode of Poquito D'Todo. We hope to see you in the next one. Adios.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Adios. Say bye, everybody.
There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
I don't want to get close.
No, I'm scared of the squirrel. I mean the skunk. Where is it at?
I don't know. It's right there in the corner. Is there a hole in that corner?
I think there might be a hole in
I hope so, because he can't get out.
Dude, I'm about to pee myself. I'm scared. I've never seen a skunk.
There's a bunch in this
Not
neighborhood.
this close. I haven't been this close to a skunk.